Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 20 of Light's World. I have a really exciting episode today, making probably the best build that I have made yet in this world. So make sure you stay tuned to watch the whole process and see how it looks at the end, because you totally didn't see the thumbnail. No, of course not. Yeah. Okay, so I kind of had a little bit of creativity flowing through me, and I wanted to go ahead and start thinking about the building that we're going to be putting around the tree farm. Now, if you remember, my original plan was a tree, and yeah, that's just going to be a really big tree, and I feel like it's just going to be out of place, and it's totally not, because I don't know how to make trees, or I'm scared of making trees. That's totally not it. And so I started messing around and creating a bunch of different blocks. Since I have the More Stones mod installed, this is going to be our palette for this build. I'll probably go ahead and mix in a few other blocks here and there, but this is going to be bare bones, like basics. I went ahead and started laying out the foundation by just outlining where it needs to be, because obviously this tree farm is an explosive tree farm, so I can't go inwards, at least up until a higher point. Off the top of my head, I think this is a 21 by 23, which is odds and works out in my favors greatly, but I don't want it to be a box, because right now that's all it is a box. So I'm not sure exactly how I want to lay it out. I think this height is probably going to be good. I might even lower the top walls. I think I have it 7 by 7 and 9. 7 at the bottom, 9 on the top. Crazy tall, and it doesn't even have a roof on it yet, which is why I have this lower than here, because I'm like, oh, we have the roof. I also don't know what kind of roof style I want it to be, but I definitely need to add some, dimension into this build by either adding something onto the front. Well, I actually don't even know where I want the front to be. I think the front would be cool here. I think that would make sense. So we need to figure out where I want the front. Either I can center it on the foundation that we have now, or I can off-put it a little bit. Maybe I can off-put it a little bit. Okay. How do I don't know how to demonstrate this. Basically my idea is have the roof go here, right? And then it's going to go down this way. But where it connects about here is where I'm going to have the other roof. So it's going to be, the door. Okay, hang on. The front door is basically going to be right here. Our main house over here is kind of a good demonstration of what it's going to be like, but I'm also thinking of maybe adding a tower in the back, but I don't know if that's going to be too much or not. I guess what I can do now is go ahead and build up the building itself, like the main structure, and then add from there, because I know the main structure has to be this, and there's no getting around that. I'm gonna need a lot of diorite. Why do I like to make things so hard on myself? Why do I do this? Of course, I have to choose a block that you can't craft. Nope. I have to go out into the real world and find it. I'm not entirely sure what the best plan of action would be to find diorite. I'm assuming it's just through caves. Oh my holy glow squid. That is a large amount, but I just flew down this cave right here and I already see 2 patches of it. So I guess we'll just try this and hopefully it gets us a decent amount. Honestly, if all of the patches have just as much as this one, I'll mine one more patch and be okay with what I got. That was a lot of diorite. Right, let's see if we're that lucky again. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I just got lucky with that first diorite patch because this one did not hold as much. Okay, so I already went ahead and converted most of the diorite into bricks, but I think I have enough diorite for the time being. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Alright, and now we have a giant box that looks very bad, but it's not the final state. So you have to trust the process. I might, which this might sound weird, but I might add the roof on first because roofing is always the hardest part for me for some reason. It looks like a barn. Oh, it looks like a barn. It looks like a barn. Okay, the one thing I did want to actually try to do was, have you ever seen those pictures of those Minecraft houses and they have the roof that like comes forward? Okay, well, I obviously need to increase this. I'm not sure how people make it look so gradual. It looks silly. Well, plan B is I don't have a plan B. So give me a little bit. Wait, I think I like it. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. I think it needs a border though. Okay. I know I said I was going to do the red border with the pink roof, but I'm also slightly debating using this picture as heavy inspiration, and maybe I can do like the multicolor roof because that would be really cool. I've always wanted to do that. I've just never been good at it. I honestly think I'm going to take super heavy inspiration from this picture because I like the idea of basically the box that I have and adding the smaller buildings onto the sides here. I got the right idea, but I definitely need to make it wider. I don't like that. How do I fix that? Nope, don't like that either. Why? Why does nothing look right? Am I being too hard on myself? I don't know. I'm still not 1,000,000% satisfied, but I don't think it looks bad. The one thing I am debating is if I bring the bottom roof out or if I leave it. Because right now I don't hate it just being like how it is. I don't know. This building is huge. This is such a big building. Oh my gosh. I also am starting to debate if the white brick and white top is too much. I'm thinking I might either do a darker brick or change out the white. I don't know. I don't know. Before I go ahead and worry about the roof, what I do want to do from the picture that I found for inspiration had the roof outlined in nether brick, and I kind of really like that. So I need to smelt all of this. Oh gosh. It's actually kind of crazy how much of a difference a basic outline makes to a roof. I think it looks so cool. It looks so cool. Okay, so I ended up having to move everything over by 2 blocks, I guess, because of the way that I had the roof laid out. It's actually looking really good. I'm still looking at this diorite as the base and thinking that it probably has to be changed to either tough or maybe one of our other new fun blocks. I guess we will see. I have to try to... I'm out of nether brick. Yay. I have enough to maybe make one roof. Oh my gosh. That, where the heck did you come from? All right, now I have to try to copy that roof onto here. That should be fun. Okay. Well, I was just counting the roof here, and yeah, it's not even. It's not even. How is it not even? Okay, the question is, do I shorten it this way or do I extend it this way? I think I shorten it this way. Oh, that's gonna be fun to figure out how to do that. Anyways, that's a problem for a different time. Not right now. I definitely feel like it's too straight across. Do I have too many circles and pillars in my base? Or like, is it fine? Is it okay? I don't know, hang on. I'm gonna let that sit. While I let that sit, let's try the andesite base and see if we like it any better. Ooh, okay. I think I like that a lot more. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, this took me forever. So long. And I think I like it. I still don't know how I feel about this bottom part, as I could always do something like this. I think that's actually kind of a cool idea. Good news is, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. So I think that means that I am no longer going to be going with the tower idea. It's time. I have to go get more nether brick. I can't put it off any longer. This is all I own. Now the roof is officially finished, kind of ish. I haven't done that on this side. Oh my goodness. Ignore that. I was also messing around and just seeing, and the red is definitely not the move. I know. But I do really like what we have going on here. Now all that's left to figure out is what I'm going to do for this top color. How I'm going to connect the top and the bottom and make it not look weird. And also replace all of the diorite, I think, right? You guys, would you guys agree? Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm not gonna know because I want to finish this. I said how I wanted the roof to be that multi-color, and I think I still plan on doing that. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't hate it just being red. I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit. I don't know exactly how I feel. I think it looks cool. I think I took some pretty heavy inspiration from this picture here. For the design, what I ended up doing is I ended up pushing the wall back by one, and I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm not too sure why I don't hate it, and I'm not too sure why I don't love it. It has potential. I think moving the wall back was a good idea. I'm just not too sure how I feel about these. Maybe if I make them slabs? I don't love that either. I also have no idea what kind of windows I'm going to put, because it doesn't need windows, but obviously I'm going to want windows. I'm also not sure if I continue this one upwards. Yeah. Now, here's the question. 1 window, 2 windows. I think 2. I still don't know. Maybe I do red frame for the windows. Bring more red. All right. Now that I finally have this figured out, I gotta figure out if I want to put a window up here. I might just leave it for the time being because I don't think it looks bad necessarily. I think it just looks a tad bit empty. And the longer I'm looking at this, honestly, I think I'm going to leave the roof. Okay, what? Okay, the longer I look at this building, honestly, I think I might just leave the roof red, because I don't hate it. I was worried about it being too much red. I think it looks pretty cool. I just have to figure out what I'm going to do here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have the entrance be here, so I still have to figure that out, as well as do the other side and the behind. Yeah, at the moment my elytra's almost dead, so I gotta go fix that up. Oh my goodness, I always forget that my gold farm has the nether bricks. Since I'm gonna sit at the gold farm, I'm finally going to fix it. And by fix it, I don't mean that anything is wrong with it. Since I updated my game version, the piglin can spawn with spears and they can still damage you while you're sitting at the gold farm, making it very likely for you to die at the gold farm. But luckily, there is a fix. I just have to figure out what exactly that change is. Oh, okay, so I believe this is a pretty simple fix. All I need is some trapdoors. Put another one on top. And then you should just be able to swing here and hit them, I believe. And I guess we will see if I do in fact get damage or not. Okay, no death for me. You know what I haven't checked on in quite a while is my bee farm. Okay. So it's not broken. That's cool. I mean, I don't really AFK here much, but yeah, that's a pretty decent amount of honey. I am going to move this iron farm soon. Oh my gosh, guys, this house looks so freaking good. I officially have finished this. Well, okay, not officially, but I have started. I tried to add a window in here and it just didn't look right to me. So if I think of anything, I'll add one. But if not, honestly, I don't think it looks too bad not having a window. Again, we don't need windows. Okay, we don't need windows. Now, I'm starting work on the entrance. I have no idea what to do, and I have it being 3 right now, but stepping back, part of me is thinking that I need to have it be 5, because this will just be the outline of the door, and then the door will actually be on the inside. I also seriously need to work on the land and terraforming of this area. Let's see. Yes. That looks much, much, much better. I think I might do like a small roof. Yes. Wait, that looks good. That's looking good. And then I have to figure out what color I want the door, and I think I haven't gotten this far. Yeah, this is because if I do this and then I open this up maybe by one more, I don't know. We're gonna have to see how that looks. Okay, I honestly think this looks really good. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, is that too okay, is that too many tiers? No, I don't think so. Oh my goodness. I could cry. Okay, no. I do kind of want to figure out what to do with this area. I don't know if I want to necessarily include windows. Okay, this is a super simple solution, but this might fix it. I don't think it's horrible. I don't think it's great. Yeah, I don't know. If I think of anything, I'll definitely incorporate it, but I don't think it looks too bad at the moment. Another thing I'm not really sure of what I'm going to do is down here. So that's something I have to keep in mind. And then another thing is also stripping this wood. I don't know if I want to leave some of it stripped or strip all of it or strip none of it. I'm going to try seeing what it looks like with all of the wood stripped. You know what? I was going to compare it, but I don't think I need to. I like the stripped. I like the stripped wood. I have the foundation for the build complete. So now we just have to go ahead, repeat all of this on to the other side, and think of what I'm actually going to go ahead and do on the back of this build. So all in all, really not too much to do. But yeah, it's just just going to be a tad bit tedious, especially because I have to go ahead and push all of this in by 1 block. All right, let's get this house finished. I'm kind of having a tough decision right now because you know how I switched out the diorite for the andesite because I'm like, I think it's just too light. Well, now that we finally have the divider between the brick and the wood, I think I might like the diorite more, which is good in one sense and not good in another sense. Because good because I don't have to replace any of this, not good because then I have to replace the whole other side. Another thing I really need to do is terraform this area, and another thing I'm trying to figure out is if I want to actually terraform this back area or if I'm fine with it being a little bit buried. I don't know. I think I need to finish this first before I fully decide. Alright, and just like that, the exterior of our build is now completed. For the most part, I will say I still don't know what to do on this bottom part, and I kind of maybe want to texturize it, just not sure how. At the moment, I'm probably just going to go ahead and flatten this a bit and finally connect the terraforming from our wall here. It's like every build we make, I just like it more and more and more. And that makes me super excited because that means that I'm officially making progress on learning how to build, I guess. There is one major thing that I have been terrified to test out, and that is to actually see if this farm works. I mean, I'm sure it's going to work. I didn't break anything. I guess I'm more terrified of the fact that maybe the blast explosion goes a little bit further than I thought it did. No other way to test it out than to actually run the farm. Okay, so I went ahead and did a little bit of terraforming. Nothing too much, honestly, just kind of shaped it and then laid out a path. I really like this path. I don't know why it makes me super happy for some reason. I still am not sure what I'm going to be doing like from this point onwards, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and slowly fill this in. Probably you can see I started a little bit here at this level and just bring it out this way. This is starting to look good. And then I'm also trying to decide how I get this path down to here. And I think I'm going to have to terraform this a bit and just kind of wrap the stone wall here, push this back, and then have the path come up this way. But it's starting to look super cool, super nice, and like it needs trees. But I don't want to do it. I don't want to. I have added a few more details. I went ahead and changed most of this to moss here around the building. Well, around the one side of the building. I also went ahead and indented this a little bit, and I'm thinking maybe I could put some flowers or some other kind of detail in the archway here. I also went ahead and did the same thing to the other side. I think it's looking so beautiful, so amazing, and I am really happy with how this world is turning out. With that all being said, this is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you all enjoyed and are super satisfied with this house just as well as I am, because I'm really proud of how it turned out. That is it, and I will catch you all next episode. All right, goodbye.